Stream, start the recording. Okay. I think we're live. Let me have a look, see. Okay. I think we're live. Let's do one cheeky refresh. Yes. Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Matt, aka SH Matt, and welcome back. It's Monday, the 26th of July. It's 6 p.m. It's storming something fierce outside, so what better time to stay inside and tune into part 26 of my Pokemon White Hardcore Nuzlocke. Hopefully you guys are doing good. In the last episode, we took out the Elite Four. So I'm just putting my phone on Silencio. Good. Yes, last time we took on the Elite Four and got through almost flawlessly. We did unfortunately lose Hash Brown, the Haxorus. No, the Excadrill. But, you know, those things happen. It was unfortunate. Hello, Jinra. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Yes, then we took out the... oh, an ad. No problem. Yes, we took out the Elite Four. Lost Hash Brown, but everyone else made it through. And now we are going to be prepping for the final two fights in the game, which will be against N and Getsis. So... hopefully you guys are ready for some mad planning. Okay? Alright. So, yes, hello Jinra, how you going? Good to see the ads over. Just explaining how we got here. And it's now time for us to plan. Also, how's the music? This is my first time just having some background music instead of the game audio. I want to see how it worked, how it was for you. Is it a bit too quiet or something like that? Let me know. But, yeah, we're getting through, we're trying to figure out what we're going to be doing for N and Getsis. I don't really hear it? Okay. Let me turn it up a little bit then. How's that? Is that any form of better? Oh, you do? Okay. Let me see. Okay. Because it's just pretty chill, quiet in the background. So that's all good. It's very subtle, but that's good. Okay, cool, brilliant. But yeah, so we're going to be doing our planning for N and Getsis now. So let me just pull up our cheeky calcs, huh? So I think the only thing that we definitely decided on, I think, last time, at the end of last stream, was that despite how good Bishop can be, Jawbreaker here is not really a good option, purely because all of its good moves are late, like too late for us to make use of it in this run. With our final level cap is going to be 52, so we can get everyone up to level 52. 52 is just when Pawniard evolves into Bishop, so... excuse me, I just inhaled my my dinner. But yeah, so that's really the only thing that we decided on. So we've got to figure out how we are going to get through N and Getsis. The other thing that we kind of had sort of figured out was that in specifically the fight against N, when he leads with his Reshiram, is what we're going to be doing. Is we're going to be leading with Sour Patch the Emolga to be able to survive the Reshiram's be slow enough to be outsped by the Reshiram, but be specially defensive enough to be able to take a Fusion Flare to the face. And that's what we've got to figure out. Because, yeah, the plan was to, lead Emolga against the Reshiram. The Reshiram goes for Fusion Flare. Emolga survives as long as it's not a crit, so we have a 16% chance to just lose Sour Patch to that strat. We then use Encore to lock the Reshiram into using Fusion Flare, at which point we then switch to a Chandelure named Marshmallow, and from there we then Marshmallow absorbs the Fusion Flares and then just KOs it with Shadow Ball. So that was how we got through the Reshiram, but then of course at that point the most likely Pokemon to come out, I believe, is going to be the Caracosta. I'll just double check, but I'm pretty sure that's what we decided. Because the Caracosta gets a guaranteed OHKO with Stone Edge on my Chandelure there. So it's probably very likely that it's going to go for that. Unless one of its other Pokemon has a guaranteed OHKO for some, like on something that's going to be more accurate, which is not Ens Vanillux is not like that. Maybe it's maybe it's Archeops. His Archeops has a higher like guaranteed OHKO with Stone Edge as well. Like Archeops' Stone Edges would technically hit harder at like 132% versus 112%. Zoroark. It only can use Night Slash, which isn't an OHKO. And then finally, and his last Pokemon is Kling Clang, which is weak, so it's not going to bring that out. So yeah, if Marshmallow is there when the Reshiram goes down, it's likely that N's going to bring out either the Caracosta or the Archeops. Because the Archeops has a 132 to 157% damage range with Stone Edge, and 73 to 86 with Acrobatics, 72 to 85 with Crunch, 36 to 46 with Dragon Claw. But the Caracosta has 108 to 127.8 with Stone Edge, and 85 to 103% with Waterfall. So even Waterfall is a range to kill Marshmallow. But that's, to be fair, that is Marshmallow with these stats. Marshmallow will get one more level, which means it'll get a slight boost to its stats again one more time. But it's still a guarantee. So Waterfall becomes no longer a ranged OHKO, but Stone Edge is still an OHKO, and it's definitely still an OHKO on Archeops. Ideally, the greatest thing, the best thing, right, would probably be if we could use Haxorus's dancing. Like, if somehow Sour Patch, like, if somehow the Reshiram on its first turn went for the Reflect, that would be amazing. If we could somehow Encore the Reshiram into spamming Reflect, that would be amazing. And then, you know, you could switch into Dragon Fruit the Haxorus and just spam like Swords Dances and then just sweep. The only thing is you'd probably need 1+ speed to be able to outspeed maybe the Archeops might be faster, or the Zoroark. But I mean, that would be, you know, amazing if we could do that. But again, I'm not 100% sure. So, yeah, I don't know how we're gonna figure that one out. Let's see. If Chandelure is out, N's either bringing out the Caracosta or the Archeops. If he brings out the Caracosta, what's our best Pokemon to use against the Caracosta? Chow Mein, currently a Mienfoo. Let's see, what's Mienfoo's... Let's check me and Fu's stats again. So with a me and Fu here at currently level 34. Oh, hold on a minute. This thing has a little bit of experience on it. I don't know exactly how Gen 5 AI works, but baiting Reflect seems basically impossible. Yeah. You know what I've realized? So, I met Charmaine at level 33. Charmaine is now level 34. So Charmaine has gotten some experience somewhere, which means Charmaine has some EVs somewhere. I just do not know where. Can't be many, but... They're somewhere. If they're somewhere, they're probably likely to be against Ordinos. Probably. Let me see if I can actually find my old VOD of when I found my me and Fu. Let me see if I can just mute my own VOD. I'm just gonna have a cheeky look. At this point I had caught the me and Fu. Had I trained it? I don't know if I caught it and trained it at that point. I'll probably have a look at the me and Fu's stats right at the start and know exactly. Okay, so it was level 33 when I caught it. And at this point it's still level 33. So I don't know when I gave it experience. Don't know where me and Fu gained the experience from. It's really weird. Well, I can figure out at least exactly what its stats were when I caught it. Okay. What were its stats when I first caught it? Okay, they were that. I can work with that. Okay, so it had a 74 in attack. I mean in HP. Okay, so that's about... anywhere from like 4 to 7 IVs in HP. And its defense is 40, but it's got plus special attack minus defense. It's mild nature. Attack is 64. Potentially 9. Defense is 40, which means its IVs are about 22 in defense, which is pretty good. Special attack is 53, not bad. It's about a 24 in special attack, which is pretty good. Special defense is 48, so that's a 31, which is awesome. And then speed is a 50, which means it's probably around 7. Yeah. Ability and a focus. Okay. So you probably got something like that in terms of IVs. 4, 9, 22, 24, 31, 7. That's not bad. And if you go to level 34, which is what you currently are, your attack is 65, defense, so yeah, speed is 51, yeah, special defense 49, yes, special attack 55, yes, defense 41, yes. Attack and HP are now 76 and 66, but on here they're 75 and 65. Like I said, there's probably maybe just like one. So it might have some. It might have like 4 EVs in both HP and attack, maybe. Let's be honest, it's probably just HP. So if that's the case, and that's what stats it has now, and if we go to 52 as a ensue, or ensue, ensue with a mild nature, an inner focus. Oops, not infiltrating, you idiot. Inner focus. It's got 4, 9, the 4 EVs in HP, 22, 24, 31, and 7. Okay, that's what its stats are going to look like. The Caracosta. So now we're going to figure out which moves are going to do good here. How will Brick Break do? Brick Break, not great. 52.3 to 61.7. But, so you just have to be careful of the Stone Edge. The Stone Edge isn't an OCO on the crit, meaning that we should just be able to outspeed the Caracosta and take it out. Like, even if it crits, even if the Stone Edge is a crit, and it does like, well, normally it's doing 38.6 to 46.2, so even if it's a high roll crit, which would do, what's that, 93.1 HP, so it took me down like 6% HP. Then I'd still be able to outspeed it on this. Oh, actually no, because it has Aqua Jet. That Caracosta has Aqua Jet. So if it does Stone Edge on the first turn and it's a crit, it could then see the KO with Aqua Jet and go for it. So as long as that Stone Edge isn't a crit, that would be good. Because then it can't even, it could try Aqua Jetting me and Aqua Jet would KO on a crit. If it did Stone Edge and it wasn't a crit, and then it Aqua Jetted and it was a crit, it would KO Charmaine. So let's see, what do we got for? Oh, not Sword and Shield decks. Black and White Gen 5 decks, please. Okay. We're looking at Mienshao. There we are. So at level 34, it currently has Swift, Calm Mind, Force Palm, and Drain Punch. Charmaine learns Jump Kick at level 37. Learns Jump Kick at level 37. Which wouldn't even KO, even if it hit. It would have to be a crit to KO. We wouldn't be able to get High Jump Kick, because High Jump Kick, even as a ensue, is only learned at level 53. So, yeah. Get Bounce at level 49. That's a good move. It's a 2-turn move, though. And it's only 5 PP, and it has a chance to miss. U-turn's a great move. Yeah, U-turn's excellent. For sure. Yeah, we don't get high jump kicks, so there's no point calking it. Yeah, the highest power fighting move that Chow Mein will get is jump kick. That's it. Brick Break only 75 power. I mean, low sweep. How much damage would low sweep do on this Caracosta? Yeah, not even as much as Brick Break. So yeah. Oh, sorry, low kick is the one that does heavier damage, but that's an egg move anyway. Drain Punch is a potential option instead of Brick Break. I mean, because Brick Break, like Drain Punch and Brick Break, are very similar moves. They're both 75 power, they're both 100 accuracy. Brick Break has 15 PP and breaks Light Screen and Reflect. Drain Punch, however, is only 10 PP, but it restores half the damage. It restores, yeah, user's HP is restored by half damage done to the target, so could potentially, yeah, Drain Punch, definitely an option. It's like if Drain Punch does the same damage as Brick Break, and we would heal HP on it, but that only works in a situation where you're slower, right? Or you've already lost HP. So I don't know how good that is coming in against a character. I mean, you would have to switch into the Mian Xiao. So, just trying to think what to be fair though, this is not putting any EVs into attack. If we put 252 EVs into attack, what if we put 252 EVs into defense? That would turn it into a bit of a wall. Like, even then, 32.5 times 2 is 65. So yeah, if we did max defense EVs on this Mian Xiao, it would have a high enough defense stat so that even if the Caracosta did a crit on Stone Edge, a high roll crit on Stone Edge, it would only do 65% damage. Yeah, it would only do 65% damage. Meaning that on the next turn, it would still only, it wouldn't go for the Aqua Jet because it wouldn't see the KO with Aqua Jet. It would go for Stone Edge again. Meaning we would outspeed it. And if we switched in from Marshmallow to Chow Mein, and the Stone Edge that the Caracosta uses is a crit immediately on the first turn, then we can use U-turn and get out. Actually, in that situation, it's going to go for Waterfall, not Stone Edge. Actually, yeah. But what if we got max special defense as well? If we maxed out defense and special defense, no, it would still go for... Man, I didn't even realize that. I totally spaced. It's going to go for Waterfall. Waterfall does way more damage. I didn't even see that. How did I not see that? 63.6 to 75%. So you're definitely dead to a crit on that Waterfall, even if you're max defense EVs. Man, okay. Yikes. And you can't one-shot this thing because it's got Sturdy. Crocodile can't fight this thing. Crocodile can't fight this... Yeah, Toasty can't fight this thing because... Yeah, Toasty can't fight this thing because it's weak to water. Yeah. It's weak to water, so... I mean, Waterfall actually does less damage to Crocodile than it does to Mian Xiao. but it's still weak, and it would be a KO, an instant, like a Oko and a crit. What about Haxorus? What about Dragon Fruit? I mean, Dragon Fruit's good. Dragon Fruit is good. But crit Stone Edge is scary. Because if it lands a crit with Stone Edge, then it's going for the Aqua Jet. Like, if we're at 100% HP with Dragon Fruit, and we switch in from Chandelure to the Haxorus, the Haxorus, I'm sorry, if Chandelure is in when the Caracosta comes out, the Caracosta is definitely going for the Stone Edge because it sees the Oko with it. So Dragon Fruit comes in, it has to take a Stone Edge to the face. If that Stone Edge is a crit, it would do 95%. If it was a high roll crit, it would do 95% HP of damage. Which means on the next turn, that Caracosta, you know it's going for Aqua Jet. So, yeah, regardless, it's always going for the Stone Edge. So, I don't think it's worth bringing in Dragon Fruit, because if Dragon Fruit comes in on a Stone Edge, then it's already dead to another Stone Edge that crits. We need a Pokemon that is an absolute physical wall. Is this when we think about a Pokemon like Bishop? How is this Bishop's? Or how is this? I think I had down the, yeah, the IVs. 31, 10, 22, 9, 31, 4. How does this thing, I mean, this thing, it walls the Caracosta. Its strongest move becomes the Waterfall, which does 33.7 to 40% of damage. Do we bring Jawbreaker in just for someone to actually, like, wall this Caracosta? Because really, none of our team members are good at walling this thing. We just need a Pokemon that is able to wall it. And if we can put max defense EVs into this thing, that makes it even better. We just max out the defense on this thing to make it so that Waterfall in it does 26.8 to 31.7% of damage. So at worst, it's doing like 64% HP of damage, which is, you know, fine, because it's not going to go for an Aqua Jet on the next turn. It'll still go for a Waterfall. So if we do max defense EVs in a Jawbreaker, then Jawbreaker will be able to take like 3 Waterfalls. So that means maybe even 1 Waterfall and 1 Waterfall crit, which is great. So even if it gets crit on switching in, that's fine. I mean, but you know, we've said that if Chandelure is out when the Caracosta comes in, it's going to be Stone Edging. So it has to take a Stone Edge, which even if that crits, that's going to do at most maybe 40% of HP. So a Waterfall crit would then KO. But we would outspeed it. So I'm looking back now. I'm gonna go look at Bishop. Even though I know that we said Bishop is not a good Pokemon because it's not very like good physically in this fight, like attack wise, we might need to bring it in purely to have a defensive wall. Because it's actually good as a wall. This Bishop would have good defense IVs. It has good defense IVs, and if we max out its defense EVs as well, it's going to have potentially a 153 in defense, which is really good. Because this Caracosta is kind of scary. Like I said, I think the strongest physical move we can give it is Night Slash. Which, ugh, I do not like that. It's so slow. It's actually Brave, which gives it plus attack minus speed. Man, Night Slash just isn't good. Does 28.1 to 32.8% damage, which means it's a guaranteed 4-hit KO. I need someone to do more damage than that. What if we did 3 iron defenses and just maxed out our defense? You also have a +6 in defense. That would be good. But don't forget, crits disregard stat changes, so you gotta remember that. We just give it a ton of like moves to like throw it off. Can this thing get dig? It does get dig. How much damage would dig do? Dig would actually be okay. Dig's a guaranteed 3-hit KO. And if we maxed out attack, it would definitely be a guaranteed 2-hit KO. Which could work. I don't remember what Caracosta is weak to. Caracosta is a water rock type. Unfortunately, really, I think Caracosta would be better taken out with special moves. Its special defense is way worse than its physical defense, but none of my Pokemon are really good special attackers. I mean, actually, honestly, Mint wouldn't be too bad against the Caracosta as a normal grass type. It does quad damage. But yeah, none of my Pokemon are really that. The only Pokemon I have on my team that are special attackers are Marshmallow, who is weak. Even Shadow Ball from Marshmallow is not going to be enough to take it out. Unless we gave Marshmallow Calm Mind instead of, say, Hex. We gave Marshmallow Calm Mind. How many special attack boosts would it need to be a guaranteed OHKO? You'd need 2 special attack boosts to be to have enough special attack to be able to OHKO the Caracosta in one shot. That's a potential option as well. Is how long does Encore last? I need to know how long Encore lasts for. Oops, sorry, I knocked the mic. My apologies. Sorry for busting your ears. Encore now lasts exactly 3 turns. Yeah, it lasts exactly 3 turns. Oh no, wait, but we got to remember this thing has Sturdy, so it can't go down in one shot. So that's why we have to switch out of the Chandelure. Because yeah, it can't. Yeah, this thing has Sturdy, so it can't be KO'd in one shot unless it's from the Haxorus. That's why I thought maybe bringing in the Bishop was a good idea, because it can physically wall, but then it's just not that great special attack wise. I think special attack is terrible, even with a move like Grass Knot. Oh, actually, Grass Knot is a guaranteed 2-hit KO, even without max attack EVs. It's just a guaranteed 2-hit KO, which could be enough. I mean, that's the best we're going to get if it's not Dragon Fruit, right? It has to be a 2-hit KO. The only other thing we could do is like start a Sandstorm on the first turn. Or like, yeah, have Sandstorm in play somehow when the Caracosta comes out. But that's not going to happen. So, yeah, maybe giving the Bishop Grass Knot would be an interesting turn of events. So let's say that's what happened. It uses the Stone Edge. It does, let's say that's a crit, which does 40% of HP of damage. We would then use a Grass Knot, which would bring it down to there. It uses Waterfall. We pray to the gods that it's not a crit. Or that if it is a crit, it's a low roll crit. Right? I mean, but that's if... Yeah, that's with max defense. We could also put 252 EVs into HP. We just make this thing a bloody wall. Jawbreaker. We give it max EVs in both HP and defense, and then throw the last 4 onto, say, I don't know, physical attack. Or maybe even special defense, just to make it as bulky as we possibly can. Which would mean that, yeah, it's going for the Stone Edge. Stone Edge now does 15.7% of HP, normally 32% on a crit, which would mean... Melted, hello! Welcome to the stream. How you doing? 32%, we're just doing some calcs for the end and gets us fight, trying to figure out the plan. But 68% HP. And that means you've got no problem. It's probably going to go for Stone Edge again. It'll go for Stone Edge again in that situation. So maybe we want it to be in a situation where Waterfall is the better option. I guess that doesn't really work in a situation where this thing has max defense EVs. That's not going to work either, because all of its moves are physical. So it's always going to go for the Stone Edge against Bishop. Means on a crit, it's doing 32%. So we'd be able to live 3 Stone Edge crits without a problem. How's your final preparation? Going very, very well. We're trying to figure out how to deal with N's Caracosta at the moment. Excuse me. So yeah, maybe if we went, max defense EVs, max HP EVs, and then 4 EVs on special defense. That could work. Yeah, it would just, you'd be able to live 3 Stone Edge crits, no problem. And you only need 2 turns to then KO it. So you'd have to live, and you're faster. So you'd come in, take a stone, let's say it was a Stone Edge crit, that bring it down to 68%, use one Grass Knot, bring it down to 30% HP, it uses another Stone Edge, another crit, takes you down, at worst, down to 36% HP. You then use another Grass Knot to KO it. And it's gone. What would N bring out next against a Bishop? Wouldn't bring out Vanillux because it's weak. Wouldn't bring out Kling Clang. It's likely to probably bring out the Zoroark, actually. Disguised as something else. N's Zoroark. You're playing on white, so you're going to catch Zekrom, right? Yeah, I'm just going to Master Ball it, but I'm not going to use it. What Pokemon does N's Zoroark copy? Illusion in battle. Yeah, so when a trainer's Pokemon Illusion enters battle, Illusion changes the appearance of the Pokemon to that of the last conscious non-egg Pokemon in its trainer's party. Yeah. So, yeah, it's interesting. So that means, I don't know if N's party is this. N's party could be this, which is that N's last Pokemon in his party is his Kling Clang, which would mean that if the Zoroark comes out, it's going to be a Kling Clang. But if that's the case, then I just need to use a fighting move, right? Because it's weak to both. Let me see. What Pokemon would do the most damage to a Bisharp out of N's team? If these were its stats, even Vanillex's Blizzard is a 2-hit KO. Maybe it's Archeops? That's a guaranteed 2-hit KO with Acrobatics. It would have to be, it can't be the Kling Clang. Yeah, because that's a guaranteed 2-hit KO as well. It would have to bring out the Zoroark. Yeah, because it sees the guaranteed Oko with Focus Blast. And that's scary because this thing, it outspeeds for sure. So Bisharp wouldn't be able to do anything in that situation. Bisharp would have to switch out because it can't outspeed. It's way slower. Well, if we know it's doing a Focus Blast, we could use Marshmallow, the Chandelure, as a pivot. Because if Chandelure comes out, because yeah, Chandelure being a planning intensifies. You're damn right, Ryan. Hello. Trying to figure out the best method forward for taking out N's Pokemon. I really should add a browser thing here for calcs. Let me see. No, not that. Yeah, remove calcs there. Just add like a window cap. That's what I want. Calcs. Don't make the source visible just yet. Yeah, so maybe I can add this right here. I don't think there's anything untoward on here. Ugh. Just gonna put it in here. Temporarily, you can see all of my calcs. No, I'm not gonna hide my face. You can see the calcs I'm trying to make up here. Alright? This is just temporary. You can see the calcs I'm doing. So yeah. It's trying to figure out what's gonna happen here then. That looks really ugly. I'm sorry. It's actually really pixelated, isn't it? It's because I'm on my 4K monitor. It's not going to be better, like, it only gets better when it's like that. You know what? Sorry, I'm just going to hide it for now. It's just not working. I'll have to get a layout sorted out for it. I'll see if I can do it for next stream. But yeah, if Zoroark comes in, it's then going to use a Night Slash. If Chandelure switches in on the Focus Blast, which it's definitely going to be going for, like for sure. Let me just check everything up about Focus Blast. Is that the move that needs... No, Focus Punch is the one that needs a turn to charge. So Focus Blast, it's going to try and hit Bisharp with it. We switch to Chandelure, which just walls the Focus Blast, takes no damage, or it just misses. And then it's going to try and go for a... a Night Slash, and it's faster. It's faster than all of my Pokemon. So again, I now need a another Pokemon that's going to be able to wall it, which I believe is probably my Crocodile, Toasty, in this situation. Toasty definitely walls a Night Slash, but not anything else, unfortunately. Damn it. It would Intimidate, which means it gets a defense drop. But it's then just going to go for a Focus Blast again. I mean, I guess using this method, we could stall the Zoroark out of its Focus Blast PP. Which, if we do that... I mean, we could just do that, like switching back and forth between Crocodile and Chandelure. Keep doing it, because each time I do it, it's gonna lower Zoroark's defense more, its physical attack more. Like I switch in once, it gets one attack drop. I then switch back to Chandelure to wall another Focus Blast. I then switch back to Crocodile, it gets another attack drop. It then uses Focus Blast again. That would be its third time, but switching back, and switch back there again. And its fourth time comes out, and its fifth time. On its fifth time that it's used Focus Blast and it's not worked, it's going to go for Night Slash again. We can go back to Crocodile again, and it's now at like negative. It's either a -4 or -5 attack from being intimidated that many times. And now it's out of Focus Blast PP, so it's probably going to go for Flamethrower. But at that point, so you'd have to take a lot of... So you'd have to take a Night Slash, which, I mean... You've got to be worrisome of crits. Give me a sec, I've got my... ads. It's got some more lo-fi music coming on, so... Give me a sec. Here we go. Yeah! Yeah, God, this is really tough. Ah, nice calming music. Ha ha ha. But yeah, none of my Pokemon outspeed. None of them do. At all. Haxorus maybe. Actually, how would Haxorus do against the Zoroark? Maybe not too bad. The Night Slash, you're not going to be as good at taking the Night Slash to the face. And you don't outspeed. So you have to take a Night Slash and then a Focus Blast right in the face. Which is a bit scary. We could have a max speed, or just enough speed to on me and Xiao to be able to outspeed the Zoroark if it has a plus speed nature as well. So 137. So you need 138 speed. So that's 156 EVs in speed, so which is fast enough to be able to outspeed the Zoroark. So you just have to take one Night Slash to the face, which even on a crit's going to do at worst 64% of damage. Yeah, 64.3, so maybe 65% of damage should be down to 35%, but then you can outspeed it and just immediately KO it with a Drain Punch, which would be really good. Okay, we're getting somewhere, and you can do the same with the Kling Clang, right? Okay, maybe not. The Kling Clang does have Hyper Beam, which could KO on a crit. So that's kind of scary. Just have to be a bit careful of that. That if it's the... Well, I mean, we could just put a ton of... If we put 250... If we put max... Whew. This is tough. This is tough, dude. Oh, if we put max EVs into attack, then for Chow Mein, the Mienfoo, we could use Jump Kick to try and OHKO the Klinklang. The only way it wouldn't OHKO is if it had a plus defense nature, and even then, it's still a range to OHKO and a good range. It would have to be like almost the lowest of low rolls on the Jump Kick. But of course, Jump Kick has a 5% chance to miss. We don't like that. So... we could just Drain Punch it, but again, it has that Hyper Beam which could OHKO just on a crit. We could try and use the stall strat again with Marshmallow, just walling the Hyper Beams, but we wall the Hyper Beams, then I don't know if we can even do that. Because how do you know whether it's the Klinklang or it's the Zoroark, right? So if we see the Klinklang come out, it's either the actual Klinklang or it's the Zoroark, but we won't know. Ugh. Yeah, if we use the Bishop strat of taking out the Caracosta, then when the Klinklang comes out, like I think Klinklang is the last Pokemon in N's party, so I think if the Zoroark comes out, it's going to be disguised as the Klinklang. But yeah, that's what we decided, right? If it's definitely gonna, if the Klinklang's definitely gonna, like, if we think the Zoroark's gonna come out definitely to try and take out the Bishop, then if we take out the Zoroark and the Klinklang comes out, we don't have to worry whether it's the Zoroark anymore because we know the Zoroark's gone. Bishop's not faster. This is really tough, dude. Really tough. Maybe Crocodile could do something against the Klinklang. Not faster, but could wall a Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam on a crit's going to do 75% damage. You don't outspeed? What? Crocodile don't outspeed this thing? Crocodile doesn't outspeed a Klinklang? Dang, this Klinklang's fast. Wow. Okay. But even if it uses Hyper Beam, it has to rest on its next turn, right? And this is Toasty at level 50, not even at level 52. 183, 127, 74, 75, 89, 104. So at level 52... maybe not with black glasses, but with something else. Maybe with the expert belt? It's almost a perfectly guaranteed 2-hit KO. And the thing is, if we can bait the Hyper Beam at that point. Because if we use switching between Chandelure and what do we say? Use Mienshao and then what was it? Okay, let me just write all my stuff down. So N Melior FR is now following. Thank you very much for the follow. I apologize for completely flubbing your name. But thank you very much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. I think the FR at the end of your name was French. Hopefully. If that's the case, you know. Bonjour. let me see. So, yeah, so N. Lead Emolga to take the Fusion Flare, then Encore and switch to Chandelure to KO with Shadow Ball. Because you'd get 2 free turns of it using Fusion Flare as the Chandelure. So I'm sure Chandelure is able to. Can Chandelure take out the Reshiram in 2 Shadow Balls? No. Wow. Actually not. Wow. So it would use 2 Fusion Flares, and then it would try and go, but then it's going to just try and go for the extra sensory, which, I mean, so the whole Chandelure thing isn't a guaranteed thing. That's only if it has an expert belt. If we take away the expert belt. Oh, well, that's not going to actually matter because it's just Dragonfire. Yeah, so Shadow Ball. I can maybe give you a Ghost Gem. Go find one. Go find a Ghost Gem. If I go find a Ghost Gem, then that would do, yeah, potentially 44.5 the first time. Then the second time, do potentially 29.6. And then another 29.6, so. Okay. So it'll be a 3-hit KO. But, oh, we're not faster either. So you'd have to take the Chandelure would have to take 1 extra sensory to the face. Have to take 1 extra sensory. Why is it saying that Fusion Flare is actually going to do damage? I don't understand. Fusion Flare is a fire type move. You wall fire type moves. Like Chandelure walls fire type moves with its flash fire ability. Yeah. Makes the Pokemon immune to fire type moves and will activate when hit by 1. When activated, the power of the Pokemon's fire type moves increased by 50. Yeah, while subsequent hits by fire type moves will not provide further increases in power, the Pokemon remains immune to the moves. So yeah. So that's yeah. I don't know why the calc is not showing that you wouldn't take any damage from Fusion Flare. Are there any special moves I might be able to give Chandelure here to help? Let's see, is there going to be anything I can give to maybe assist with this? You get 2 free moves using you can get 1 Calm Mind off, maybe. But then you still have to Shadow Ball it 2, maybe 3 times. It'd only be useful if you could get something that raises your special attack by 2. Which I don't think you do get. Yeah, there's no really good moves you can use to really benefit from this. You just have to Shadow Ball and hope for the best, really. A ghost gem. Yeah, so a ghost gem at worst would do 44.5% of HP. So let's say, yeah. Sorry, there. Take it down to 56. Then it's doing at least 29.6. So then maybe I'll take it down to 26. When does the AI heal? Does the AI heal below 30%? When does AI heal? Gotta figure out. Gotta figure out this stuff. This stuff we've been an hour in planning. Man, I forget that that's N's name. N's full name is Natural Harmonia Gropius. My god, that is a long name. Yeah, so his 5th battle in black and white. Does he use items at all? I don't know if he uses items at all. Pokemon, when do boss trainers heal? Use of healing items by opposing Pokemon trainers. Is it below? Yeah, if it's below 25%, then we're good. If it's a low ball. Because we could just try and Shadow Ball the first time, it'd be, 29.6. The second time, it'd be 29.6, which is going to be 60. But then you'd have to take... Then you're definitely going to heal on the third time. I think you just have to take the risk with doing a Ghost Gem. Do a Ghost Gem. Ghost Gem would then... Again, yeah, Ghost Gem. Potentially 44.5. Meaning that if it does 54, do 44, do that. And then a non-Ghost Gem boosted one. Potentially 29.6. And then the 30 would take it down to around 26-25% HP, which if you then heal, puts me in jeopardy. But I think that's the best option we have. Let's take out this Reshiram. We'd get 2 free turns of it using... Well, I guess, yeah, because it's locked into Fusion Flare then for 3 turns, at which point the first turn we use to switch from Emolga to Chandelure, or we could give Emolga Volt Switch. We give Emolga Volt Switch instead of Light Screen. We give Emolga Volt Switch instead of Light Screen, which, yes, against the Reshiram isn't going to do much, but it's going to do something. At worst, it would do 6.5% damage. But I mean, we're slower though, actually. So maybe that's not a good idea. Oh, but you know, you're gonna. Yeah, we can't do that. Might be. Can't do that. Sorry. So the first turn you have to switch from Emolga to the Chandelure, and then you get 2 free turns before it's going to use extra sensory. You get 2 free turns. 1 unboosted Shadow Ball and 1 Ghost Gem boosted Shadow Ball. Or, hear me out, 1 turn using Calm Mind, and then another to use a Ghost Gem boosted Shadow Ball. But then again, you'd still have to... Well, it's looking like you can't... There's no way for you to KO the Reshiram on 2 turns, in 2 turns. There's no way to do it. Unless, you know, you use a Calm Mind and then a Shadow Ball, a Ghost Gem boosted Shadow Ball that lands as a crit. That would be the only way to get this Reshiram down in one shot. Because if it took 65.9, which, yeah, 65.9, so let's say we're 35% HP, and then we have no Ghost Gem, it would still be a guaranteed OHKO on the next turn with a Shadow Ball. You just have to take 1 extra sensory to the face. 1. And you're not dead to a crit, so that's fine. But if it is a crit, you would be taking 76% HP in damage, which is a lot of damage. But you would still live and then KO it with a Shadow Ball. It's just you'd be at 24% HP. So that's, yeah. So KO with Calm Mind, then Ghost Gem Shadow Ball, then Reg Shadow Ball. On the Caracosta, switch to Bishop, which is going to have 252 HP, 252 defense, and 252 special defense. Yeah, switch to Bishop on the Caracosta. Take a Stone Edge, potentially crit to the face. Just take you down to, yeah. Then do 2 Grass Knots, which would be enough. On Zoroark, switch to Shand to absorb the Focus Blast, then back and forth between Shand and Crook to remove Focus Blast's PP. Yeah, to get rid of Focus Blast's PP, which it only has 5 of, since that's all the PP that Zoroark has on its Focus Blast. Focus Blast by default only has 5 PP. Yeah. Then once... then once it's gone, it's going to try and go for Flamethrower against Crook. But we've got Brick Break. So let's see. So the first time it uses Night Slash, it's going to do 13.6. So at worst on a crit, it's doing 41% of damage on a crit. Well, no, what did we say? No, switched it. Did we say just switch to ensue? Yeah, I think that's what we said, didn't we? What if we gave him a fighting gem? Ooh, a fighting gem boosted Brick Break? Yes. What if, even if it had a plus defense nature. Even if it had a plus defense nature. We'd want just enough for it to be a guaranteed KO with a plus, which is 160 EVs in attack, which is enough to OHKO with a Brick Break, a fighting gem boosted Brick Break. Oh, that's on the Kling Clang though, not the Zoroark, idiot. Although, yeah, that's not gonna work, because the fighting gem wouldn't be on it when it's So yeah, it's a yeah, we don't need any EVs to just be able to just OHKO the Zoroark. So once the Zoroark's out of Focus Blast PP, the last time it tries to use Focus Blast, and hits Chandelure. So that means, the first time, you're just gonna have to be very careful with these Night Slashes. Although, because it's going for a Night Slash against you, that shouldn't be too bad actually. If we just use the pivot from Bishop, using a Focus Blast on, we want to make sure it's definitely going to use it. Well, it's either going to use Focus Blast or Flamethrower. It's a one-hit KO with both, and with either Focus Blast or Flamethrower, Chandelure takes those. Chandelure either absorbs the Flamethrower with Flash Fire, or absorbs the Focus Blast. So it doesn't really matter actually. It might go for Flamethrower purely because it's more accurate than Focus Blast, and it's still going to be a KO considering what Bishop's HP is going to be. So it might go for the Flamethrower actually on that first turn. In the second turn, it's going to definitely go for the, with Chandelure, it's definitely going to go for the Night Slash, which Crocodile absorbs with 41%, taking it down to 59, and getting the Intimidate off, which lowers its attack by 1, so that's good. Oh no, wait, sorry. Chandelure, it goes for the Night Slash. We actually switch to ensue, which takes the Night Slash, even if it's a crit. Even if it's a crit, Night Slash is doing 35% of damage, and then we hit it with a Drain Punch to absorb 51.5% of HP, which would take us back up to 86% HP, which would be good. That's even if the Night Slash is a crit. If it's not a crit, then we just go back up to full HP anyway. Then the Kling Clang should come out. And even with max attack EVs, it's not a guaranteed KO with Brick Break. It's not even a ranged KO with Brick Break. Jump Kick becomes a guaranteed OHKO, but not if it's a plus defense nature. So that's where we're up to. So Zoroark switched to Shan to absorb Focus Blast, then to ensue to absorb then ensue to OHKO with Drain Punch on Kling Clang. We have to double check that Kling Clang's the Pokemon that it's going to bring in if we're going with Ensue next. If we're going with Ensue next, right, then we've got to figure out what's going to do the most damage. Well, yeah, so Kling Clang's Hyper Beam does up to 55.3% of damage. The Archeops, it probably might actually go for the Archeops because it sees the KO with Acrobatics. Yes. It sees the KO with Acrobatics on Ensue. So it's probably going to go with that. I'll just double check. Because at this point, the Reshiram would be down, the Caracosta would be down, and the Zoroark would be down. So it has the Archeops, the Vanillux, and the... It's not going to go for the Vanillux. And what's his other Pokemon? Reshiram. Taking out the Reshiram, the Caracosta, and the Zoroark. So its other three Pokemon are the Vanillux, the Archeops, and the Kling Clang. So yeah, I think it's actually going to go for the, it would actually go for the, Vanilux's best move is Blizzard, which does 80.3 to 95.4. Kling Clang is only going to go for, its best move is Hyper Beam, 46.9 to 55.3. If Ensue is the one that takes down Zoroark, N's next Pokemon is definitely going, oh no. OBS disconnected. Hey. What happened? My OBS disconnected. What gives, Chief? What gives? Has the internet gone down again? Dang it. Okay, desperate times call for desperate measures. Hello, you guys on the recording. I'm still, just had my stream cut out. You guys are still seeing this live. I've got to, set up my, mobile hotspot. Connect myself. Let me see if I can connect. Oops, not there. See if I can connect there instead. Yeah, I know. My everything's going wrong. No internet secured. Why not? Why not? I don't understand. Why? Stop it, please. Hello? I'm back? Am I back? Am I back? I think I'm back. Oh my god, he's back. He's back. Woo! I made it. I made it back. Okay. I'm gonna just keep playing my music. So yeah, what happened is my stream cut out, I think because my internet died, but what I've done is I've actually turned the mobile hotspot on my phone, and then connected my computer wirelessly to my phone's hotspot. We're still going. Apologies about that. There's a massive storm front coming through Perth at the moment, so, and the internet's been bad all day apparently, according to my parents, so yeah, we'll see. Don't run out of mobile data. No, don't worry, I'm good. I got like 20 gigs of data. It's fine. That'll be enough to last me for the next, however long do I need to be, hour and 10 minutes? That's fine. Where was I? I was doing my dang calcs. So yes, So it's definitely... And if ensue is the one to KO the Zoroark, we then definitely have the Archeops coming out next. Because it sees that massive destructive KO with Acrobatics. So we need to GTFO immediately. Get the fuck out of there. If this thing has a plus speed nature 2, then I can't even outspeed it. Yeah. With ensue, I mean. Like, because if I could, I would maybe use like U-turn to get a little bit of chip damage in. And then switch out. Although this is a situation where I could give myself enough speed to actually outspeed it, even if it's plus speed. Because I can give it a bit more. Have to be 144, which speed, which to get 144 speed you need 204 EVs in speed. You must be starting your stream soon, right, Ryan? You know, about 10 minutes. So if that's enough speed, then I can maybe give you U-turn to do a little bit of damage, just a little bit of chip damage. At worst, 14.6%. But then which Pokemon's going to do good against the Archeops? I mean, Bishop, you would think, does really good. Yeah, does really good. But is already going to be down at, like, well, at worst, 36% HP. Which, actually, no, at worst, I think... Well, if you're switching in on the Caracosta... Oh no, the Caracosta doesn't outspeed, so that's fine. Normally yes, but I've decided I'm not streaming today. Oh, okay, no worries. Fair enough. Let me see. So you'd then have... Yes, you'd have Grass Knot. Yeah. Bishop comes in, has to take a Stone Edge to the face. And then it's actually going to go for the Waterfall. So it takes 68. The Waterfall crit. Well, it would do damage. Even if you take a Waterfall crit, because it's actually going to go for Waterfall. Even if that's a crit, at worst, you're going to be down to... What's that? Maybe 15% HP? So that's at absolute worst. So then if you had to then switch into the Archeops... oof. You couldn't live in Acrobatics if your HP is that low. It might not be that low. And if it isn't that low, then that would be great. You honestly probably don't even need Metal Claw. I'll give you Rock Slide or something. We know Rock Slide has screwed me in the past. It's how I lost... it's Carolina missed it, and that's how I ended up losing Hash Brown. Oh, come on! I lost again. Sorry, guys. These guys watching my recording, my stream's died a second time. Dang it. I do not like this. I'm doing my absolute best, guys. I promise. I'm doing my absolute best here. I'm really, really trying to make this stream work. The weather is against me. But... Oh, now we're reconnected again. We're back up again. Ugh. We're back up again. Hopefully. Yep. We'll see for how long. But we're back up again. Apologies. I'm doing my best. Actually, Emolga might be the best Pokemon. No, it wouldn't be actually. This thing's using Acrobatics. And Archeops Acrobatics is so damn scary. I mean, but Emolga could take it as long as it's not a crit. And then smash back with Thunderbolt. But wouldn't outspeed, is the only problem. It's a problem with a lot of these, unfortunately. I mean, Archeops, we could this could be the time that we bust out Haxorus, right? The Acrobatics is still going to do so much damage. Holy cow. The Acrobatics is insane, dude. That Acrobatics is ridiculous. It actually is so destructive on all of my Pokemon. My god. That's so rough. If we don't get, like, look, if we, oopsie, get rid of that. Bloody ads in the middle of this bloody thing. No, thank you. Okay. So, right. What do we do? I'm gonna try something? Okay, no worries. Sounds good, my dude. Hopefully I'm still online. I feel like I'm going online and offline pretty frequently. So hopefully I can stay on until 8:30 for another hour. Because, right. Okay. The Caracosta is definitely doing a Stone Edge. If that's a crit, that's likely to be a crit because it has a high crit ratio, right? Ryan's raiding. Whoa, thank you for the raid, Ryan. I don't think I have a... Why do I not have a notification for when a raid comes in? Huh. Sorry about that, but thank you for the raid. It did come up as a raid. So if that's 32, it'll take Bishop down to 68. You do a Grass Knot. This is even without an item. What if I gave you a Miracle Seed? Oh my god. What if I gave you a Miracle Seed? Would that be an Oko? No, it can't even be. Yeah, that's what I was trying. Ah, I see. That's cool. So even with a Miracle Seed, it's not an Oko. And don't forget, we can't Oko this thing. You've got to remember, can't Oko this thing. But maybe we could give it something to be able to be even more defensive? I don't know. But yeah, so it would do 32%, then it's going to go for the Waterfall, which if it's not a crit, it's going to do 25.8%. So another 26% would turn me down to 42%. You know, and then I'd be down there, and then if the Archeops came out, I'd have to take, as long as the Acrobatics isn't a crit, I could live it, but then I'd have to smash it with something. What can I smash it with? I mean, to be fair, if Defeatist triggers, right? If Defeatist triggers, then, you know, we're laughing, right? Because then we can switch to whatever we want, right? But you'd have to live that Acrobatics, which means you'd have to be able to, like, try and not take any crits from the Caracosta. Like, the Caracosta's Stone Edge is likely to be, you know, a crit. But yeah, so... Whew. Risky. Yeah, we could hit it with, say... What could we hit it with really hard? What could hit really hard that could Oko? Do we have any electric moves we can use? No. We have Rock Slide. Can this thing learn Rock Slide? No. Oh, of course not. Because that'd be too good of a move. It can learn Thunder Wave. Bishop can. It can learn Stone Edge TM, but that TM is a post-game TM, if I'm not mistaken. That TM is I'm pretty sure post-game. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure Stone Edge is a post-game TM that I do not have access to. I need to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go for a cheeky pee. Yeah, TM71 Stone Edge, Challenger's Cave. Good old Challenger's Cave, huh? You love to see that. More sweet TMs locked behind the post game. Very, very fun. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay, what I'm gonna do is, because I need to go to the bathroom, I'm gonna run 90 seconds of ads, and I will be right back. But thank you guys for sticking around. Just bear with me while I quickly run to the bathroom. Those of you watching on YouTube, I'll be right back. I'm back. Hello. I just went to the bathroom. I've just plugged my DS back in the charge, and then we're back. Stream didn't go down. Cool. Alright, so yeah. Is that really our best strat? Just having the Archeops come in against the Bishop, hope that Bishop has a good amount of HP when it comes out, because if it doesn't, if it's like gotten a bunch of crits or whatever, then, and we're in doggy doo-doo, because then who else do you bring out? Who can you switch to? No one. Can't switch to anybody. Okay, I could use me and Xiao could use a U-turn to be able to get some damage off it, but then you'd have to switch to someone. Who's that someone going to be? Haxorus? To take that acrobatics hit to the face? It would have to be Bishop. To take that acrobatics hit. Just hope that it's not a crit. Because what is Archeops weak to? What is Archeops weak to? I mean, I had one. for a little while there, or Nando's. Rip. Water, electric, ice, and rock, and steel. So it is weak to steel. And Bishop gets Iron Head. No, it doesn't. We realize that it doesn't get Iron Head because that would be too good. That would be too fun. So no, we just have to deal with Metal Claw. But Metal Claw still does a good job. But the thing is, this Archeops is faster. So that doesn't work. Whatever you switch to, it has to be faster than this Archeops. Which is none of my Pokemon are faster than this Archeops. So any of my Pokemon that come in against this Archeops are going to have to take a hit from it. Oh, man. This is tough, dude. This is so tough. This is hella scary. Oh, man. Is there a move we can teach Ensue that would be super effective? I don't think so. So what Archeops again is weak to? Water, electric, ice, rock and steel. Water, electric, ice, rock, 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 steel. Yeah, the only other move I could teach is Rock Tomb, which is less accurate than, well, I mean, I guess it's not an accurate move, period. I mean, how much damage would that even do? Yeah, not enough. But that's how weak it is. It does less damage than just a stab drain punch. So Ensue can't OHKO this thing. There's no way Ensue could OHKO this thing. Even at max attack? Yeah, even at max attack, Ensue can't KO this thing. And especially because we can't use any item. Sorry, I focused on my own game. What have we got? Okay. Oh, and Jai. Hello, Jai. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Rock Tomb got a much needed buff in Gen 6. Yeah, unfortunately not Gen 5. Okay. Genera, here's what I have planned so far, right? So, leading Emolga, weren't you fighting the Elite Four before? I was. But now I've got to prep for N and Getsus. So, Emolga leading against the Reshiram, against N's Reshiram, to wall a Fusion Flare in the face and hope it's not a crit. And use Encore to get to get it locked into Fusion Flare. Then switch to Chandelure to absorb the Fusion Flare, and then hit it with, I think 2 Shadow Balls is what it needs. It actually needs 2 Shadow Balls, maybe 3 even, potentially. And that's even with one of them being a Ghost Gem boosted Shadow Ball. I think it might only need 2. Just 1 Ghost Gem boosted Shadow Ball, and then a second. Oh no, sorry. What do we do? Yeah, wait. We said a regular Shadow Ball. Okay, so yeah, I think we need to do a Ghost Gem boosted Shadow Ball against it. Oh man, that's right. How do we get through this? We just have to, yeah, use 1 Ghost Gem boosted Shadow Ball and then potentially another 2 regular Shadow Balls to take it out. So we're going to have to... So Chandelure's going to have to take an extra sensory to the face as well. Which, even on a crit, she's going to live. So that's what we did. So, Emolga, lead against the Reshiram, take a Fusion Flare, wall it, use Encore to lock into the Fusion Flare, then switch to Chandelure, who's holding a Ghost Gem, to hit once with a Ghost Gem boosted Shadow Ball, then hit a second time with another Shadow Ball, then have to take, on the third Shadow Ball that it's going to use to get the KO, it has to take an extra sensory to the face first. So yeah. Then the Caracosta will come out. On the Caracosta, I'm actually going to bring the Bishop in purely because I need a Pokemon that's able to wall Caracosta's moves. And Bishop is still a good wall. And I'm going to give the Bishop max HP EVs, max defense EVs, and 4 EVs in special defense. You did. And then, so yeah, switch to Bishop on the Caracosta to take a Stone Edge, and then just use 2 Grass Knots. Give Grass Knot to the Bishop. Then the Zoroark is likely to come out, probably disguised as the Klinklang. When the Zoroark comes out, switch to... Guess I'm an SH Matt Frog now. Fair enough, my guys. Yeah, so we'll be doing the whatchamacallit. So when the Zoroark comes out, switch to Chandelure to absorb the Focus Blast. Then when it's going to do a Night Slash, we come into Mienshao, and we use Mienshao to Oko the Zoroark with Drain Punch, which it should be able to do. Then, so now we're up to the point where we've taken out the Reshiram, the Caracosta, and the Zoroark, but Mienshao is in play, and we have the Archeops coming out, and it's gonna use a Acrobatics. So I'm trying to find the Pokemon that on my team that can take an Acrobatics to the face, and also my Pokemon are not fully good with the speed. The only Pokemon that I could have that could outspeed the Archeops is my Mienshao. That's the only Pokemon I have that could outspeed it, and that's the Pokemon that would get horrifically one-shot by Acrobatics. So what do I do? This is no fun. So I know I am having fun. It's just I'm being sarcastic. Yeah, because the Acrobatics is going to do a lot of HP to Chandelure. Not super a lot to Emolga, but still a decent amount. Haxorus, again, that's going to do a lot of damage. A surprisingly large amount of damage. I mean, Haxorus could come in and just try and tank it and hope it's not a crit. But again, we get outsped, so there's no reason to do that. This is a Pokemon, it's like the Pokemon that has to come in has to be one that can take the Archeops's Acrobatics, and then also take another one when it has to do an attack. So it's a Pokemon that's going to have to take 2, which is really hard. The only Pokemon who's able to do that is Bishop. That's the only Pokemon that's going to be able to do that. But the problem with that is Bishop's going to be coming in against the Caracosta and has to take a couple of hits from the Caracosta in order to actually take that one out. It has to take... oops. It has to take it has to take one Stone Edge and one Waterfall. If it can take both of those without either of them being crits, even if they're high rolls, that would leave Bishop with 59 HP. Then when the Archeops came out, Acrobatics at worst would do, on a crit would do, is that 43 from almost 44% of damage? Yeah. But if it was just 2 regular Acrobatics, it could do it. And then hit with a Metal Claw. Or even a, no, we already got your EVs sorted out. We don't know what item you're going to be holding, Bishop. We could give it Black Glasses to boost the power of its Night Slash enough so that when we Night Slash the Archeops, we do enough to do more than 50% of damage to it. Or we could just give a Citrus Berry. Can we give a Citrus Berry? That would be kind of handy. You can't get leftovers in this game, right? Like well, pre-Elite 4, right? You can't get leftovers. There's no leftovers pre-Elite 4 and Black and White 1. Anyways, I'm going to head off for the night. Have a good one, man. Best of luck in your planning. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for coming by and sticking around during the stream. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night, good sir. Enjoy some time off. You've earned it. So, Black and White 1, yeah. With the dowsing machine on Village Bridge. Great. Yeah, so... what do we do? I love that cutesy heart emoji. Emote is really cool. Okay. I could switch to Crocodile to intimidate the Archeops. Potentially. I could try doing that. But you'd still have to take 2 Acrobatics, which even with 1 Intimidate drop is gonna be hard. Is this a Nuzlocke? It is. It's just lots of planning, man. God, we've spent like an hour and 45 minutes just planning N, and we haven't even started on Gets Us yet. Holy cow. Oh, crazy, bro. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's so crazy. Okay, so... I think... I can't use that strat. Can't use it. Unless I use Crocodile as a pivot purely to, like, take a hit, but get an Intimidate off. And then when when I switch to the Bishop, Archeops already has a -1 to its attack. Maybe I could do that. Gets Us is just a me and shell sweep, though. That's true. We just have to get through this. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could use Crocodile as a pivot, an Intimidate pivot, into the Bishop. That would get it a -1 on its attack. It would mean that Crocodile just has to take an Acrobatics to the face for no reason other than just to get the Intimidate off. And that we're risking losing Crocodile that way. Unless we... Can you get Focus Sashes? Can we get a Focus Sash in Black and White 1? Gear Station. So it's a battle subway item. That's really cool. I love them battle subway items. I'm not grinding the battle subway. I spent too long on this damn Nuzlocke that I can't speed up. Okay. Okay. So. We've got... Yeah, so we could... is there anything we can give to Crook to have... to Toasty to have her wall this acrobatics? I don't think there is. Shell Bell's useless on you because you're not actually going to be doing any damage. You're just going to be getting off the Intimidate proc. That's literally it. And then switching away again. It's still going to think Acrobatics is the best move against Crocodile as well, so... It's not a move you're weak to, it's just really hard hitting. I don't know what item I could give you. Take the Shell Bell. What are the hell diamonds do I have? Scope lens? No. Black glasses, amulet coin, big root, dark gem. A destiny knot and electric gem, experience share, fighting gem, float stone. There's really nothing I can give you. Big root, drain punch, me and shout. Ooh, good point. Unless it outspeeds everything. What did I say I was giving me and Shao? Yeah, big root. Unless it outspeeds everything. Then wide lens. High jump kick. High jump kick is level capped. We can't get it. Unfortunately, it's another curse of the too late ness of Gen 5. Well, specifically Black and White 1. So wide lens jump kick. Just make sure I can get a wide lens. Because I don't have a wide lens currently. I have the zoom lens, or the scope lens, but not the wide lens. Wide lens is in Castelia City, so I can get it. Where do I get it from, is the question. Oh no. You have to have 5 different IDs of Pokemon? That's so dumb. No, it's not a gift from Sage. I just have to like trade with 5 different games? I don't have that. Is that really what it is? Yeah, from a man in black for having Pokemon from 5 different original trainers. That's kind of dumb. That's not kind of dumb, that's just dumb. Ugh. So I have to have like in my party, like 5 different original trainer ID Pokemon. And that would take a long time to do. Because what I originally planned, Jinra, was to use a Drain Punch since I'm using Mienshao to take out the Zoroark, I can't give it a fighting gem to use against the Archeops. That won't work. But I could use a Drain Punch. I could use a big Root Boosted Drain Punch, which would do enough damage to knock it below its 50% threshold, which knocks it down below its Defeatist. But even with Defeatist activated, this Archeops still OHKOs me with Acrobatics. That's how strong it is. And that's how good Acrobatics is without a held item. So, yeah, the only way I'd be able to get through this thing is if I OHKO'd it. And that's even with max attack EVs. Even with max attack EVs, yeah, so, I mean, the wide lens is kind of useless to get for Jump Kick, because even with a wide lens, even if Jump Kick hits, even with max attack EVs, it's not hitting. I mean, it's not KOing. It's not an OHKO. It's only 76.6 to 90.6% of HP. So it's not going to be worth, unfortunately, to use Jump Kick on the Archeops to try and OHKO it. It's not going to be worth, even if it hits. It would have to be, I mean, honestly, the better thing to do would be to give Mienshao a Scope Lens and hope that A, Jump Kick doesn't miss, and B, it lands a crit with the Jump Kick. That would be incredible. I mean, at that point, though, you wouldn't really need to use Jump Kick. You just use Drain Punch. But, I mean, that's... you're relying on crits there, which you do not want to be doing. Make sure my playlist is going to be ending in like 40 seconds, and I'm going to go to a different... what am I going to go to? I'm going to pick my next set of music. Goodness. Something that's definitely like not like that is free to be used online. Don't want to do Poke and Chill again, but can I just do like Zelda and Chill maybe? Maybe I can just do Zelda and Chill, because that's still good music. Oh cool, I don't have to wait for an ad, nice. Yes, it's Zelda music, but I like Zelda, don't judge me. Okay. So... yeah, I just don't think there's a way I can OHKO this Archeops. There's just no way for me to do it. I don't have a... I mean, like I said, I have a fighting gem, but that's going to be useless against... because I will have already used it against the Zoroark, so... I'd need it here, which would be nice, but I can't hold it. Unfortunately. It's annoying. Oh, boy. So that's why I said switching to Bisharp would be the best idea. Switch to Crocodile to get the Intimidate proc off and just take an Acrobatics to the face and hope you don't get crit. Okay, there is a chance for Crocodile to live actually no, there's not. That's right, because crit negates stat changes. So yeah, just have to hope that it's not a crit on Crocodile, because if it is, then that's dead, a dead Crook. But just to get the Intimidate off, and then switch to the Bisharp on a -1 Archeops to take an Acrobatics. It's still going to try go for Acrobatics, even though it's only 14.6% damage. But again, we're just hoping that crits don't happen, and that's a really risky way to play things. But I don't have a choice. I don't really have a choice. There isn't a way I can get around this. There isn't a way for me to get around it. So yeah, I just can't. There's no way for me to get around it. Okay. Right. The Archeops is the last main scary thing on N's team. It's the last super scary thing. I could use Haxorus, like, but still have to do the Intimidate pivot, but it would have to be into Haxorus, and I could do it into Haxorus instead of Archeops. I mean, instead of Bishop, and then have Haxorus just try and do as much damage to it as possible. You'd have to live 2 acrobatics, as long as not both of the. Well, actually, if one of them is a crit, I think it's still game over. Yeah, as long as that first acrobatics isn't a crit. Well, I mean, if the other one's a crit, yeah. If either of them are crits, it's KO'd Haxorus. This really sucks balls. Really sucks balls. I just have to hope that the Bishop has not taken enough damage. If it has, if it's taken a decent amount of damage, then we might just have to sack something. Not ensue, of course, because we need ensue for Getsis. But one of the, like, which of my other 6 Pokemon would I be most, like, least likely to need for the fight against, Getsis? Maybe Emolga? Yeah, because he has a Seismitoad, but, like, that's a water ground type, so electric moves aren't going to do anything. But Encore is so important, right? Encore is huge, so we don't really want to sack Emolga. Chandelure, but Chandelure's really good, I guess, especially against the Bouffalante. I mean, but the Bouffalante has Earthquake. Oh man, I'm just. Whew. Intense planning, my guys. Right. Yeah, who would we be least, like, upset to lose for the Getsis fight? How about I plan the Getsis fight with the idea that I'm not going to be, like, I don't lose anyone in the end fight, and I have the same team set up from N into Getsis. Let's just plan Getsis and see how that goes, because that might impact how we handle N. So Getsis leads the Cofagrigus, right? If we're leading Emolga against N, we have to lead Emolga against Cofagrigus. So the Cofagrigus comes in against Emolga. Comes in against Emolga, and it's going to go for a Shadow Ball. So it's going to go for a Shadow Ball. We could lock it into that with Encore. We could lock it into that with Encore, then switch to Bishop. When it's stuck on Shadow Ball, and then we just KO it with 2 Night Slashes. We could just do that. At worst, so it would take 2 shots, so we'd have to take 2 Night Slashes. I mean, 2 Shadow Balls. if one of them is a crit, we're down to like 60% HP. So we could do that. Say, lead Emolga to take. Well, actually, you've got to remember Emolga is actually faster than Cofagrigus, so we can't use the on-call strat there. We could use just Volt Switch to... We could just have Volt Switch on there to do a little bit of chip damage on the Cofagrigus, and then switch into Bishop. At which point it would have lost like maybe, 19% of HP. Wouldn't be enough to OHKO it though, so... But yeah, we could just do that Volt Switch into... Well, which of our Pokemon's best at taking a hit from this Cofagrigus? I'm pretty sure it is, it's gotta be, Bishop, right? It's gotta be. Is everyone up against the Cofagrigus now? Oh, not Crocodile. Maybe Crocodile. Crocodile could take a hit from it, but can any of them OHKO this Cofagrigus? Chandelure could with its own Shadow Ball, but that's still only a range. So not great. And you wouldn't be holding an item because you've used the Ghost Gem against. This is the same song I was jammed to right before I went to the dentist. Oh, nice. Dude, this is a good song. That one's a Song of Storms, Zelda and Chill remix. Yeah, none of my Pokemon can really do massive, like, OHKO it, but the closest is Bishop, who can 2-hit KO it. So we could, yeah, use Volt Switch to switch into it. Or maybe you don't even Volt Switch, because if you Volt Switch, you bait the heal, right? So maybe just switch to Bishop. Switch to Bishop to 2-hit KO with Night Slash. What Pokemon is Gets is going to bring out against the Bishop? Probably his Electros? Let's have a look. His next Pokemon is roster is his Bouffalante. What's that going to do mostly? It's probably going to go for an Earthquake. If the Bouffalante's out, Seismitoad. Although we know that we said I just want to see what's going to come out next. So it would probably go. Seismitoad does a stronger Earthquake, so it's more likely to go Seismitoad than Bouffalante. What about his own Bishop? That would be a bit odd, I think. Yeah, he's not going to go to his own Bishop. Electros. His own Electros has Flamethrower, which does a lot of damage. That does the most damage out of anything I've seen so far. He wouldn't go to his Hydreigon immediately, would he? He could, though. It would definitely do the most damage with Focus Blast. So maybe he then goes to his Hydreigon next? His Ace Hydreigon? And don't forget, against Getsus in the final fight, we can be a lot more aggressive, right? Because it's the final fight, we don't need any more Pokemon. We don't need the Pokemon, like, after that fight, right? Like, this is it. So we can start, like, kamikaze almost sacking Pokemon. I mean, it's nice to be flawless, but if there is literally no other way, then so be it. If the Hydreigon comes in and tries to Focus Blast Bishop, we can switch into the Chandelure, which just walls the Focus Blast. It's then likely going to go for a Surf. At which point I could maybe... What do I switch to in that situation? How do my Pokemon do against this Hydreigon? This Hydreigon's spooky. It's, spooky. Although, Haxorus, my own Haxorus, even with Dragon Fang, can't Oko this thing with a Dragon Claw. It would need to... Oh yeah, right, we've got Ensue. Oh, even with Jump Kick, it's not an Oko, my guy. Ooh, Jump Kick even is not an Oko, and we can't give it another fighting gem. Any single-use items that we use against N, we don't get to put them back on or get new ones for Getsus. Is everyone up against this Hydreigon? Yes. So, Chandelure against the Hydreigon could wall the Focus Blast, but it's then going to be locked into going for Surf. Emolga is potentially dead to a crit Surf. Haxorus is not dead to a crit Surf, but is definitely dead to a crit Dragon Pulse, and maybe even a non-crit Dragon Pulse if it's just a high roll. Ensue, potentially dead to a crit Surf. Yeah, potentially dead to a crit Surf, although I could put the rest of my EVs into HP. If it's 252 plus 204... 252 plus 204 equals 456. Still got another 52 EVs. Put 52 EVs into HP. The Surf is still a potential dead to crit. Still potentially dead to the crit. Crocodile is dead to crit Surf, and Bishop is not dead to crit Surf, but would be dead to the Focus Blast. So it might be Haxorus, but it outspeeds. The only Pokemon of mine that outspeeds the Haxorus is my Ensue. That's the only one that outspeeds. And Jump Kick is the only move that has a potential chance to Oko. Oh, we are so risky on this. But if we can get through this Hydreigon, holy cow, we can do it. But you'd have to take a Surf to the face and it not be a crit. The only Pokemon of mine that can wall a crit Surf is Bishop and Haxorus. Both of which would then be dead to a crit on the next turn because they're both slower. So I've got either can wall a crit Surf but then dead to a crit on the next turn because they're slower, or outspeed on the turn that they come in, on the next turn after they come in, but they are potentially dead to a crit on their first turn. Big time. Oofs. Huge oofs. And even then, that Jump Kick is just a range to KO. I don't know why it's saying it's saying guaranteed Oko because its HP would be there. It's not. It's a 62.5% chance with range to Oko. 62.5. And if it doesn't Oko, then Ensue is dead to whatever other of Hydreigon's moves that it wants to go for. Surf, Fire Blast, Focus Blast, or Dragon Pulse. Probably either Surf or Dragon Pulse. Probably Dragon Pulse, because Fire Blast and Focus Blast are both inaccurate moves, so it's going to go for the more accurate move like Dragon Pulse or Surf. Probably Dragon Pulse because it does more damage. So, yeah. you imagine a black belt? Black belt would be so good. A black belt would be so good, actually. But in black and white, it's only in Challenger's Cave. Thanks. Or we could swipe one off a throw or a sork. We could swipe one off a throw or a sork if we wanted to try. We could try swiping one. Because both throw and sork in black and white 1 have a 5% chance to hold a black belt. I think they have... What is it? Yeah. They also have a 1% chance of holding a expert belt only in dark grass. But they have a 5% chance of holding a black belt. So if we use a Pokemon that can do Thief and swipe one, could potentially get a black belt that way. Get a free black belt. We could do that. It's a potential option. And if we did do that, then Jump Kick would become a guaranteed Oko. It would become a guaranteed Oko. You just have to live the surf without a crit, and then Oko with Jump Kick. So Jump Kick would just have to not miss. 10% chance. So you'd have to live the 1 in 16 chance to not be crit by the surf, and then the 90% chance to hit with Jump Kick. So what's that? 0.9 times by... What's 1 in 16? Like what's... Sorry, 15 divided by 16. That times by 0.9. So it's an 84.37% chance of happening that way. That surf isn't a crit, and then the Jump Kick lands. That's scary, dude. Because if it... Look... This Hydreigon, I don't think it actually OKOs any of my Pokemon. It doesn't OKO anything. It only potentially OKOs my Haxorus. And also maybe OKOs Bishop. But that's it. Like, so... If the Mienshao thing doesn't work, then I have to, like, kamikaze with everything else to try and take it down. Right? Let's think, right? If that's what we do, so on Hydreigon, switch to Shand to absorb Focus Blast, then, well actually, if that's what we're doing, we could actually just try and switch immediately to Mienshao. We don't have to bother switching to Chandelure to wall the Focus Blast. That's just an extra step. If either way, it's gonna hit, like, if Focus Blast is the same as Surf, right? Where it does, it's a 2-hit KO, but it's gonna OKO if it's a crit. Both moves do the, like, yes, they do different amounts of HP. Surf 51.4 to 60.8, Focus Blast is 64.4 to 76. So both of them are guaranteed 2-hit KO moves, putting health into the yellow, and they also both are guaranteed OKOs if they are a crit. Both of them. So really, I could just immediately switch to Mienshao, because then because there's a chance for Focus Blast to miss, right? Focus Blast is a 70% chance to miss. It's only 70%. So accuracy. So it has a 30% chance to miss. So I have a better chance. Mienshao has a better chance of surviving if she switches in on the Focus Blast. Because Surf is 100% accurate, so it's always going to hit. And then, you're potentially dead to crit. Focus Blast, you're also potentially dead to crit, but there's a chance that it could miss. So I think actually immediately switch to Mienshao there is actually the better move. Switch to Mienshao, and jump kick. And then from there, now the Mienshau's out, it's had to take a focus blast to the face, potentially up to 76% HP, so you're down to 24% HP. What's the next Pokemon that's coming out against Mienshao here? I mean, a lot of Gets' Pokemon will be comfortable taking this thing out. It'd be hard to figure out which is next. Oops, wrong there. Gets' Bouffalante is also dead to a jump kick, even potentially a drain punch as well, but you're dead to a wild charge. Wild charge is a guaranteed OHKO, but I mean, if it's 24% HP, all of Bouffalante's moves are guaranteed to OHKO. All of them are. It's probably the same with Seismitoad too. No, well, Rain Dance obviously not, but yeah, everything else is a guaranteed OHKO. His Bisharp. Okay, well let's just figure it out, Pokemon by Pokemon. From here, if Bouffalante, if it's Bouffalante that comes out, we do outspeed it, and we could try doing the OHKO with jump kick. But if we miss, then Mienshao's dead. We could try drain punching, but you're definitely dead to a white head charge. There's no denying that whatsoever. What about you? You're not dead to a head charge. If Bouffalante comes out against Mienshao, it's going for a head charge. Well, actually, no, it's not, actually. It's probably going for an Earthquake or a Poison Jab. It gets really hard at that point, right? It gets really hard to figure out what's going to be the best thing to do. Do I just try and jump kick sweep everything? I could just try and jump kick sweep everything. Let me see, what else does he have? He has his Bisharp. What if it's Bisharp that comes in? If it's Bisharp that comes in, then we can OHKO it with Drain Punch. That's no problem. That would actually be very surprising if he actually did that. If it's the Seismitoad that comes in, probably have to switch at that point, maybe to Haxorus. Because it's likely to go for the Earthquake, which Haxorus could take, and then, you know, just go aggressive with Dragon Claw. Maybe. Although if it's going for the Earthquake, we could switch to Emolga, trying to predict the Earthquake. Which, I mean, even if it's Sludge Wave, I mean, it could be going for Sludge Wave, or it could be going for Muddy Water as well. If it's going for Muddy Water, that's a bit iffy, but if it's going for Earthquake, great. And we could lock it into Earthquake with Encore, right? At which point we're then able to just chip away at it. Yeah, so if Seismitoad switch to Emolga on then Encore EQ and Acrobatics, and then if it's, what's his other Pokemon there? If it's the Electros, which, I mean, I guess it could be this. Ooh, yeah, this thing has acrobatics. Scary. If Electros... I've only got 5 minutes left in this stream. Literally nothing but planning all stream, guys. If Electros, then... If it's Electros, then what do we do? It's going to be going for an acrobatics, most likely, meaning my Pokemon don't like acrobatics. These Pokemon do not like acrobatics. I mean, Chandelure could take it. Yeah, Chandelure could take it. And then hit back with, say, a Shadow Ball. Or we could just switch to Emolga, then do a Volt switch away to, say, Crocodile, which is immune to Wild Charge. And then hit it with a Crunch, say. Yeah, maybe switch to Crocodile and then Crunch it. Maybe that's what we do. Okay, so I think we actually have a plan for Getsis. So, lead Emolga, because you have to, switch to Bishop to 2-hit KO with Night Slash. If Hydreigon comes out, you then switch to Ensue and Jump Kick. If Bouffalant's coming out, just Jump Kick it with potentially. That's maybe a thing we could do. Try Jump Kicking a second time. If Bishop comes out, OHKO it with Drain Punch. If Seismitoad comes out, switch to Emolga to Encore EQ and then Acrobatics. And if Electrode comes out, switch to Crocodile and Crunch. We're going to be a lot more aggressive against Getsis because it's the final fight. But then we never really figured out what we're going to do. So in that situation, is there any Pokemon I don't use in that plan? Lead Emolga, switch to Bishop. On Hydreigon, switch to Ensue, Bouffalant, and Bishop. And Getsis Bishop also. Ensue. Seismitoad, we use Emolga, and Electros, we use Crocodile. So we actually don't seem to be using Haxorus in that fight, really. That much. I mean, Haxorus is good backup, but... we could maybe, that's maybe what we do if when the ends Archeops comes out, is we switch to Crocodile to get the Intimidate proc off, or maybe we just switch to Haxorus immediately. But you're going to get 2-shot anyway. If the attack is -1, then you don't get 2-shot. You actually only get 3-shot, unless, you know, one of the hits is a crit. In which case you do get 2-shot. So you only get 2-shot if it's a crit, which is better than getting guaranteed 2-shot. So we could use that. If we give the Emolga Volt Switch against Archeops, it doesn't matter because you can't use it. Because you're slower. We switch to Crook to get the Intimidate proc off. It uses Acrobatics. Potentially only doing like 32% of damage. Oh no, wait, sorry, that's wrong Acrobatics. Wrong Acrobatics. Yeah. Even with Intimidate, it's still a potential chance to KO. I mean, if that's the case, though, and it did KO Crocodile, we could get the free switch to Haxorus. Okay. On Archeops, pivot through Crook for Intimidate. Then to pivot through Crocorock to also Crocodile, sorry, to Haxorus. Then Dragon Claw. Would it be better if we used a gem boosted Dragon Claw? Ooh, it's a ranged Oko. It's a ranged Oko. But it's still 2-hit. I mean, it's better than just a guaranteed 2-shot. You probably prefer it because it has the chance at range to Oko. So yeah, Dragon Gem boosted Dragon Claw. And then on the Kling Clang, well actually, so that's the Reshiram, Caracosta, Zoroark, and Archeops. So then, against the Haxorus, what would he bring out? Probably the Vanillux. At which point we can probably switch to, probably back to Mienshao maybe? To get the Oko with Drain Punch, yeah. So on although to be honest, Blizzard is going to do a lot of damage. It's going to do too much damage actually to Mienshao here. I know it's past 8:30. I just want to finish my base prep. My plan. Maybe we could just go to Shand. Blizzard would only do 31. Blizzard would do a lot to Imolka. Yes, Blizzard is definitely the move it's going for against Haxorus. It is slower though. So if I taught a move like Brick Break... Oh, that's not enough. I thought that'd be enough, maybe. Or Rock Slide? No, it's not enough still. Damn it. So probably, yeah, switch to... Who would I switch to in that situation? Can't switch to... yeah, Crook. Switch to Bishop, I guess? And then hit it with Brick Break. Twice. Yeah. Vanillux switch to Bishop. And Brick Break. And then on Kling Clang. Because then the Kling Clang's the final thing to come out. We can just keep Brick Breaking it. It's going to go for a Thunderbolt. Depends on what HP you've got left. We can just switch to Crook, right? Can we just switch to Crook? Probably, yeah. Switch to Crook and Brick Break. Okay. Okay, we have a plan, kind of, for our fight against N and Getsus. Time for me to do some grinding. So my EVs that I decided on my Pokemon. So for Bishop, I've decided to give my Bishop Jawbreaker. Decided to use this team, I think. So, 2 Pokemon I need to EV train are Chow-Mein, the Mienfoo, and Jawbreaker the Pawnyard. Chow-Mein needs the following EVs. 52 in HP, 252 in attack, and 204 in speed. And Jawbreaker the Pawnyard needs the following: 252 in both HP and defense, and 4 in special defense. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's literally been just planning today, and I will get started on the EV training now off stream, and we'll continue it in tomorrow's stream. Yeah, it's we're very limited in what we can do, but I think I might have worked out a plan. It took us 2.5 hours to do so, but we did it. Let's see if there's someone we can raid, huh? So we definitely should raid someone. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. It's been very, very good. And I am glad that you guys hopefully enjoyed. If you did, be sure to, give it a thumbs up. Follow the stream. It helps support me and my channel. I'm going to become a Twitch partner eventually, so that would be very, very good. If you want to keep in the know for when I'm going live, go follow me on Twitter at @shmat_. I also post schedule updates there if anything like that happens, and just random life updates and memes. Good stuff. Also, subscribe to me on YouTube, youtube.com/c/shmat. I will be going any streams that you miss. I upload the VOD videos of those streams to YouTube, so look forward to that when those go live as well. And I also post other random content on there sometimes, like when I found my shiny Ordino Blueberry Pup Pancake. Yay! But thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate the support. I'm maybe going to see Wacko 2 with a Sacred Gold Hardcore Nuz, or Safi with a... I could raid Steph, Detective Mocha, doing a 12-hour stream shiny hunting Bulbasaur right now. Let's do that. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright. Raiding Detective. Oh, Mocha. Red Blue Candy. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that one. I'll tell you what, I might raid them tomorrow if they're streaming tomorrow. We shall see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate your support. It was a pretty chill stream, but hopefully we got through the planning phase, and it's time to get everyone trained up and ready to go. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Let's get the raid going. Ready to go. Alright. Great stuff. Okay. Catch you guys tomorrow at 6 PM Australian Western Standard Time for more Pokemon White Hardcore Nuzlocke. See you then.